What's up guys, Ronnie here, and today we're going to take a look at the DJI Goggles. The goggles are a first-person viewing headset that's used for the DJI family of drones. DJI continues to innovate with their drone and drone accessories, and they absolutely deliver with the goggles. So let's start with what comes in the box. Inside the box, the actual headset came in two pieces. First up was the display unit. It was very sturdy without being too heavy. The design feels very well matched to the Phantom series of drones from DJI. It has that signature white gloss finish with gray accents. Next in the box was the headband piece. The headband matches the display nicely and has very plush foam all around the head contact points, making it very comfortable to wear. The headband also contains the antenna and battery. So in order to power up the goggles, both the display and the headband need to be connected. Inside the accessory container, there's an HDMI cable, micro USB cable, and a clip for routing them around the headband. Under the accessory box, you have the documentation as well as a microfiber for cleaning the lenses. So what's so special about the DJI Goggles? The goggles are more than just a first-person viewing headset. What really sets the DJI Goggles apart from just FPV sets out there is that the goggles have head tracking. That allows you to control the position of your camera on your drone. This new feature makes controlling the camera while flying easier and smoother than just trying to use the tilt function on the controller. It's almost like having a second operator just for the camera while you're flying. In our case, we actually tried flying with the headset on and flying with someone else wearing the headset. Another nice feature of the DJI Goggles is that it works wirelessly with the Mavic Pro. It was an easy process to pair the Mavic and only has to be done once. After pairing, you can just power on the Mavic and the goggles and they will automatically make a connection. Now, let's talk about the specific features of the goggles. On the left side of the goggles, behind the rubber tab, you have the HDMI port, 3.5mm headphone jack, and a slot for a micro SD card. The goggles work well as a personal viewing monitor, so they are great for live viewing any camera feed, or even if you just want to watch a movie with a more immersive feel. The goggles also have their own speaker system if you do not want to use the headphone jack. On the right side of the goggles, you have a power switch as well as a multi-touch pad for navigating the menu inside the headset. The touchpad works well and is easy to use while wearing the unit. On the bottom, there is a return button, a programmable function key, and a scroll wheel which controls the spacing of the lenses for a better customized feel of any head shape. The return button is basically just a back button for any particular menu. The function button, by default, is set to autofocus whatever is in the middle of the screen. Also, there are several display elements in the goggles that are not displayed on the DJI app while using your phone. One of these is the little arrow symbol that lets you know the direction of your takeoff point, which helps for when returning to home. The other is a zero position indicator that basically shows you where you need to position the camera so that you're looking exactly where the drone is pointed and level to the horizon. This was great because using the goggles to move the camera, it's not always easy to tell whether you're looking in the direction you're heading. So what was it like to actually fly while wearing the DJI goggles? With any first-person viewing system, you will definitely want to practice because it's easy to get disoriented. The goggles have the ability to flip up and stay up without having to remove the headset. This is a nice feature if you need to spot check the position of your drone. While piloting and wearing the goggles, you get a much better sense of actually flying versus just using your smartphone as a monitor. It blocks out pretty much all of the ambient light so that you can focus on the image that you're taking. It's a lot easier to check the focus on the goggles than it is on your smartphone. Using the goggles to manipulate the camera, you will get much smoother shots than trying to use the camera controls on the controller. With someone else wearing the goggles, it became easier to maintain subjects and to do more advanced flying techniques and still get a great shot. Using a dual operator setup allows one person to concentrate on the shot and the other to concentrate on flying, which can drastically up the production value of your videos. The only real gripe that we had with the goggles were that they were relatively big and kind of defeated the purpose of the wonderful portability that we enjoyed with the Mavic Pro. It would have been nice to have the goggles be able to break down into smaller pieces in order to fit better in our camera bag. While the goggles perform well controlling a drone, it would have been some next level game-changing stuff if the goggles could have been used as a VR headset as well. Currently, there is no way to take advantage of the accelerometers in the headset for VR. It would be amazing if DJI came out with a firmware update that allowed us to take advantage of this feature. Overall, the DJI goggles are a great way to up your aerial footage game, or really just a simple all-inclusive solution to first-person flying. Either way, this is a great way DJI is looking to advance their flying experience. Casual, pro, or hobbyist, there is definitely something everyone will enjoy when using the DJI goggles. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Let us know what you think, or if you want us to check out any other great products, drop a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more kick-ass reviews, hit that subscribe button. If you want to check out some of our other videos, click the links to the right. Again, this is Ronnie with Dudes Reviews. We'll see you next time.